Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Makers Club, where I teach you a new and fun activity every week to help us learn some skills, trades, technologies, and skills for success. So this week what we're going to be doing is building 3 different types of paper airplanes, and we're going to learn which one flies the best. Supplies for this project are super simple. All we need is sheets of paper, a few markers to color your planes afterwards, and a tiny bit of tape. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm gonna switch to an up-down camera so you can see exactly what my hands are doing as I fold my paper, and you can follow along with me. So hello again, it's me from a new angle, and we're gonna build a basic plane. So first off, we fold our paper right in half. Perfect, make sure it's nice and flat. And then we're gonna take each corner and fold it down into the middle. Again, make sure our folds are nice and flat so that everything stays put and well together. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but fold the corners on top of our already made corners into the center. So fold the new top edges into the center line until your shape looks like this. Perfect. And now we're going to fold the plane right in half. Once the plane is folded in half, we're going to bend down the wings. The wings should be level with the bottom edge of the plane. And finally, use a bit of tape in the middle to tape your 2 sides together, and the plane is done. Alright, here we are with our second plane, and this is called the bumblebee plane. We start by folding our paper in half horizontally. Then we'll take each corner of the folded paper and bring it down into the middle, matching it up with the center line, keeping these folds as flat as possible. Next, what we're going to do is take the peak and bend it down so it meets the previous line of the fold. Make sure it's nice and flat before moving on to the next step. Next, we're going to fold the new edges of the paper into the middle of the triangle. So this one's a bit of a hard part, so watch very closely. Make sure these go in right to the center line and they line up as perfect as possible. Might be a bit challenging, but after a few tries you'll get it. Next, we're going to fold about 1 inch down of the top peak of the plane. So we want to make this flat and have a little fold on the back. Next, we fold the plane in half. We bring it towards us when we're folding it in half. Make sure it's nice and flat, and then we're ready to build the wings. So the wings, we just fold them down. As we did with the first one, make sure they are nice and flat. Bend them out, and then we'll have a little plane. Now you want to put a bit of tape in the middle to keep it all together, but that is your bumblebee plane. Time for our final plane. So first off, we're going to start by folding our paper in half vertically. Once this is done, we unfold it, and then we're going to bring each corner down to the center line. So nice flat folds in, make sure they all come together. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the peak and bring it down to the bottom of the paper. Make sure that fold is nice and flat before moving on. Next, we're going to take the corners of our new paper and we're going to bring it in to the center line, our new center line with our new corners. Next up, what we do is we actually take the little peak that was left over and we're going to fold this up, so that's going to secure the rest of it. Next, we're ready to fold it in half, fold that in half, make it nice and flat, and then we'll make the wings. We fold down our wings. Again, nice and flat. We always need to keep these nice and flat. That is the word of the day. And then we have a plane. But first, we're going to fold up 2 little sides. About 1 inch up, we're going to fold up, make some little decorative. And then we're going to take some scissors, cut out just about 1 inch, a little inch. And then we're going to fold that up too. Make it a cute little decoration, cute little fun plane. Okay, mini makers, so now that I'm done actually folding my 3 planes, it's time for the most exciting part, in my opinion, which is decorating them. So I'm gonna decorate all 3 planes, give them each their own separate personalities before I go out and do the test. Right, mini makers, now that we have our 3 planes done, we're ready to test fly. But first what we need is a friend to help us out to measure. So come on in, friend. This is my sister. She's gonna help me out measuring. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stand at a line, I'll throw all 3 planes, and Sabrina's gonna help me out by holding the tape measure and seeing how far each of the planes go, so we can tell which one goes the absolute furthest. So here are our 3 planes. We have mosquito, we have bumblebee, and we have butterfly. I went with an insect theme. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you just saying that?
Hey! No, I like it. I like it.
Whoa.
Yeah!
Shoot, maybe you should be throwing. Dude, that was way better than my throw. The heck? Okay, I'm gonna put Sabrina on throwing duty. She's better.
Thanks.
All right, ready? Nice.
That's the bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Okay.
made it about 7 feet, just under 7 feet. The butterfly made it about 10 feet here. So that's another 5 feet. So that's 25 feet for the mosquito.
All right, Mini Maker. So out of the 3 planes we threw, the winner by a long shot is the mosquito that went 25 feet in total. So that's pretty great. Next up we had, yes, you threw them. Next up we had the butterfly, which flew 10 feet. And in last place we had the poor little bumblebee, which only flew 9 feet. So these are our 3 planes.
Now that we're done flying our planes and we've seen which one will fly the furthest, it's time to discuss some of the skills we gained during the project. So first of all, this mirrors the work of an aerospace technologist. Aerospace technologists are people who would work on the construction, maintenance, and repairs on airplanes. So that's basically what we just did in flying these planes and building them and making sure they work properly to fly. That means we were our own little aerospace technologists. So what skills for success did we use during this project? Well, first up we used adaptability. So we built 3 different types of planes, and that's so we could easily be adaptable to whatever came our way. So if we ever had to build a plane in the future, now we know which features work best to throw our planes the absolute furthest. Second up is reading. This helped us when we were reading our instructions and making sure our folds went perfectly. For you would be watching this video and reading along with me. Third, we used collaboration. Of course, this was used when we had to get a friend and go outside and measure the distance our planes flew. So that is it for me today, Mini Makers. Now the challenge is thrown to you. What I want you to do is go home, take some paper, and build your own paper plane. Whether it's one of the ones I showed you how to do today or one you make up on your own, build your own plane and see if you can fly it further than I flew these 3. If you make a great paper plane, send us a picture. My email on the screen here is where you can submit pictures and you'll be entered to win a super cool skills swag pack, and you'll be entered to win an end of summer grand prize, including a tent and a super cool hammock along with more skills swag. So if that's something you're interested in and you have faith in your plane skills, whether it's them flying or whether it's your beautiful decorations, send the pictures my way and I'd love to see them. Until next time, Mini Makers, stay creative.